So you could probably find these on eBay and also government auctions where you could buy a lot of these, you know, a box for pennies on a dollar. And just if you're a tech or whatever, you could go through them and see which ones are the best and then use the others for spare parts. I scored these here. Actually, they were given to me by an agency because they were just going to destroy them. And I was like, don't do that. Give them to me. I can have use for that. And they're all pretty good. Don't PM me to have me send you one because it's not going to happen. I'm going to use this for the shit hit the fan situation here where I'm at, where I could distribute this to public safety personnel when, you know, on incidents and stuff like that. Not the total collapse scenario or anything like that, but disasters, fires, earthquakes, or whatever. A cop or fireman or whatever comes to me because they don't have a radio to work an incident, I'll just hand them one of these and tell them to bring it back when they get done for interoperability. So these are going to be used for a good cause, and it's unethical for me to just sell them or do anything like that, so I'm not going to do that. So the type of accessories that you can use is this battery charger for 110 volts wall power AC. Charge your unit up. This is a car kit. I have a Jimmy rigged it for your accessory 12 volts on in your car. Here's a battery. Let me see what type of battery is this. This is a NiCad battery, and it charges that from your car batteries. They sell speaker mics. This is roughly $70, brand new. Then you have antennas here. This is the standard 5-inch rubber ducky that comes with the radio standard. Nominal performance. Here is a Wildland Firefighter antenna, quarter wavelength for VHF, and it's pretty good, but it's 18 inches long, and I have a lot of complaints that if they wear this radio in their chest harness, that the whip sometimes smacks them in the face and stuff like that. So here you have a base loaded antenna here that's in between both. So in comparison, this radio here is closely have the performance of the Wildland Firefighter antenna. Almost close, but it's a lot shorter. And this one here, it's a red band. That means this will cover the 136 to 175 megahertz. So all of the ham band, some lower military, and all the public safety frequencies, this will cover it. And I tested it, and it does really good. It's the best one in my opinion. And concealability, you can move with this, and this is my choice. So as a summary, I would choose the EPH VHF radio to work on Muir's frequency, and if you're a ham, you can modify this to do ham frequencies. So far, the way it is, come from the factory, it's only capable of transmitting on 148 megahertz up to 175 megahertz. But there is a modification to this that you could do via software to shift those frequencies down into the ham band a little bit, so it'll cover 144 to like 170 or something like that, but you sacrifice the 175 megahertz range. And if you're not public safety, it doesn't concern you. Only if you're in public safety and are authorized to use those frequencies, then that's going to be an issue with you. But this could be modified to do ham frequencies as well. And for all you public safety agencies or personnel that want something cheap and work on an incident, EPH is still legal to use on an incident. So as long as it could do narrowband frequencies, you're in the clear. I won't be using a battery charged battery charged battery here, because during Katrina, when that went down, the cops and firefighters or whatever in that city, most of their gear was on these types of rechargeables, but they lost everything. They lost power to their generators, to everything. I mean everything. There was no 110. So what does this use? It used a battery charger. So the battery chargers were boat anchors. It couldn't be used. Now in the firefighting scenario, they only use these battery carriers that are specifically built for the BK radio. So it'll take 9 batteries, AA batteries, and you could break yourself into a Walmart or whatever when shit hit the fan and find these all over the place. And for bigger incidents here in California on forest fires, this is what they use. And we just give them AA batteries. They'll last you, average usage, 8 hours on one pack. So this is pretty much the setup. Battery carrier with AA batteries, the EPH radio, and a wideband antenna for VHF. Coming out of the factory, like I said, this won't do amateur frequencies, ham bands. So I'm gonna go ahead and modify this, and when I do, like I said, it was built for 148 to 174 megahertz. Now after the modification, is going to be able to use 144, but when I do that, I'm going to have to go in there and tune it, because it's not going to receive very efficiently in those lower frequencies, the 144s around there. So I'm going to have to shift the reference lower so it'll cover those ham bands. For you preppers out there that want to use this radio, this is what you have to do. If not, you're going to have poor reception. Okay guys, one major resource is BK Radio on Yahoo Groups. BK Radio is the name of the group, and here when you sign up, what you'll find is free software. The first being this zip file, breakfast, and what that is this is the software used to convert that radio to do the ham radios. It's called Ham and Eggs. There's 2 separate files. Ham, which will convert it from its regular configuration to ham capable, then Eggs to change it back to its original configuration. The only thing that sucks is this is DOS operated. It's a DOS program. You will also need a programming cable. And this is a side connector, and you could get this at eBay. eBay sells this real cheap, but this software is free. Now the other thing that's pretty awesome is the EPH Programmer Windows-Based, and that's free. So you'll have the programming software to configure your radio via software, in case you don't want to do it by hand. But I'm going to show you how to do it by hand anyway. And here's another resource here, and there's the website there, or the web link. It's a PDF file off of National Interagency Incident Communications Division government site, and what it is a EPH cheat sheet on how to ham program this thing. And this was specifically written for forest firefighters, so they really, you know, just the meat and bones of how to program this thing without the fuss. So it's for their usage, so they could program this out in the field in the fly when shit hits the fan and they need to put a frequency that they don't readily have, and it'll show you step by step how to do that, what they mean. And this is pretty awesome. You're gonna have to know a little bit about radios, but not much. I mean, just enough to get by, and this thing will show you step by step. It's the best cheat sheet that I've seen on this particular radio. There's a couple of pages, all sorts of stuff, all sorts of configurations. So you don't even need the software to program your radio. you could just download this file here, print it out, and you'll be good to go. But it's written for the Forest Service, so it does have some parameters used specifically by them as far as transmit codes and stuff like that. They do something different that other agencies or even hams don't use. So just to keep in mind, but it's a good starting point at least.